Yo, 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 it's your boy Teammates Romy, and I'm not even gonna lie, like Myth WuKong got me excited. And like I said in my last two videos, I can't quite put my finger on how this game's gonna go. However, after doing some research and looking over the entire story, yes, the entire story, this shit is dumb long. I think I came up with about two possible theories on how this game could play out. But before I get into that, I gotta give you a little understanding on what Journey to the West is and who the Monkey King is by recapping the first chapter or two. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You already know the vibes. Hit that like, hit that share, subscribe to the channel so I can keep the lights on around these parts. And so that you don't get confused, remember, Journey to the West is the story, Black Myth WuKong is the game. So, Journey to the West is a Chinese novel written back in the 1500s, way back in the Ming Dynasty era, and is debatably one of the most influential pieces of literature coming out of that time, because it goes on to inspire countless characters that we know and love today, such as Toriyama in the Dragon Ball Z series. My boy Goku pays homage to Sun Wukong in so many ways, from the tail to the power pole to the nimbus, so on and so forth. Then you got Naruto with their four-tailed beast, the fact that it's a monkey, and it's called Son Goku, who's also a play on Sun Wukong. Ishimoto was sprinkling up a little something in there. Then you also have the third Hokage staff, the Monkey King Emma, who's a power pole, and he turns into the monkey as well. But we don't really mess with the third Hokage around these parts because I hate my boy Naruto.
I've been there, in that dark and lonely place.
And last but not least, you got Ichiro Oda in the One Piece series. Because my boy Monkey D. Luffy pays homage to Sun Wukong in an interesting way. I feel like his character traits is the closest to Sun Wukong's. My boy is brash, rebellious, impulsive. It's hard to work with, hard to be, friends with, because being his friend essentially means that you're doing everything he wants whenever he wants. So if he want to go pop on a Yonko, that's what y'all gonna do. And if that means bringing down the established government in your lands, that's what it's going to be. But that's just a little synopsis on Journey to the West. Now, let's actually get into the story. So we begin in the time after Buddha went on his divine pilgrimage and basically became the alpha and omega of this universe, or Marvel's Eternity, if that make it a little bit easier for you. And we pick up on an island on top of a mountain called Flower Fruit Mountain. And on top of this island, there was a rock. And this rock hatched out another rock. Yeah, who would have thunk? But this rock was no ordinary rock. No, no, no. It actually was a sacred stone egg. And this sacred stone egg went to hatch out the sacred stone monkey, who goes on to be known as our favorite side character, Sun Wukong, or the Monkey King Sun Wukong, if you will. And yeah, Sun Wukong, he's not the main character of the story. He's just the main character for this chapter. The rest of the story, the main character is a monk called Turpitaka. We'll get there when we get there. But as of right now, just know he doesn't even have his name. He's not called the Monkey King. He's not called Sun Wukong yet. He's just a sacred stone monkey. So our sacred stone monkey seemingly skipped infancy and went straight to adulthood because he stood up, prayed to the four cardinal directions, and shot a laser out of his eye. Yeah.
In essence, a sophisticated heat beam, which we called a laser.
And straight past the Jade Emperor's palace. And if you don't know, the Jade Emperor is basically the ruler of heaven in this mythology, because Buddha don't play that responsibility shit. He's a teacher, but he not ruling heaven at all. He gonna leave that up to somebody else. And then after earning his first GTA 1 star, my boy decided to integrate with the regular monkeys for shits and giggles until one day they was chilling in their favorite lake and they decided to follow it upstream until they ran into a waterfall. Then the monkeys decided to wonder what was beyond this great waterfall. And as they were politicking about it, the crash out himself decided to jump in head first. And on the other side of the stream, he found a great palace, fully decked out, furniture and all, equipped with a bronze bridge. And for his bravery, he was awarded the title of Monkey King. Yeah, they made him king of the tribe, as they should. My boy was out here like Hail Caesar. So all was well up until one day when the Monkey King got bored and decided to go on his own pilgrimage similar to Buddha's. 2 continents later, he stumbled onto another island similar to his own, with the mountain similar to his own. And on top of this mountain, he found a great monk. And this monk was no ordinary monk. Nah, nah, nah. He was the monk of immortality. And he decided to teach the Monkey King his ways. And I'm not even gonna lie, if I was the Monkey King, I would have took that as a red flag, because you're not just gonna be out here teaching immortality for the free 99 like that. Like, there gotta be some catch, because there would have been a lot more immortal people walking around this motherfucker, you feel me? But nevertheless, the monkey becomes his disciple, and all was well until graduation day. This day was a special day because not only did he graduate and learn immortality, which came with a whole bunch of perks like enhancing his super strength, giving him some flight and the ability to pop out some shadow clones, some of his signature moves. And the monk actually gave him his official name, Sun Wukong, so that's how he got his whole title, the Monkey King, Sun Wukong. And then the monk nonchalantly hit him with the, yeah, bro, your free subscription is up. You gotta go. Because when they find out, they definitely gonna try to kill you. In fact, every 500 years, a calamity should show up and smite you down. First, some lightning. Next, some fire. And if that don't work by the 2000th year, they just gonna disintegrate you. Then the Monkey King, who was understandably annoyed by this information, was like, what's
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
the point of this immortality shit if they just gonna try to kill me? Then the monk responded, kill you? I think they already wrote your name in a death note, my boy. I think it's already over. But all is not lost. I'll teach you a few more tricks so you can hide from them. And the Monkey King was like, bet, learned a few more tricks, then headed back to the waterfall to go and check on the other monkeys. Only had to regulate a few things, but after he did that, he realized he needed a fancy weapon and a fancy outfit to go with his new title. Then he headed to the North Sea Dragon. And I'm not even gonna lie, when he got there, he was just harassing like a motherfucker, straight up Luffy time. And after the North Sea Dragon showed him everything he had, he decided to link up with the rest of the dragons and make WuKong a magical outfit. And then on the way out, WuKong, who wasn't satisfied, ripped the pillar out of the North Sea Dragon's palace because it changed size, and that's how he got his power pole. So now that his drip is up and his aura is on 10,000, my boy flew out on a cloud back home like everything was sweet. But like I said before, they wrote his name in a death note already. So some underworld demons came, kidnapped him, dragged him back to the underworld. But this was a mistake because when he got there, he started fucking shit up, asking questions, where's this book? And when he got to the book, he ripped his name out of it and the rest of the monkeys back at home, which effectively gave him an immortal monkey demon army. Or
say his words. Say his words! What a wonderful day!
And this didn't just power up his homies. No. It effectively doubled up his immortality. So not only did he have an immortal lifespan, but my boy had an immortal body. So they really couldn't destroy or kill him after this. And this effectively doubled his GTA Warner stars as well. So my boy went from 2 to 4. Because remember, he shot the laser when he was first born and he learned immortality. Then he went to the underworld and ripped his name out the book of death. So now he had 4 stars. And if you know anything about GTA Warner stars, then you know 4 stars means they sent the big guns at him. But I think he underestimated WuKong because he sent a whole bunch of fodder his way. And when Sun Wukong committed the first reverse jumping in anime history, my boy started giving him work. So much so that they realized they couldn't really do much with him. And they sent out an unbreakable diamond rope. And when they captured him, they dragged him back to heaven to politic on what they was going to do with him. And instead of giving him the Kaido treatment, they decided to give him a position in heaven and make sure that he don't go on any more rampages. You feel me? And all was sweet until he started asking questions and found out he had the position with the lowest rank in heaven. And my boy got petty, went back home to the waterfall, and named himself the Great Sage, equal to heaven itself. And as you know, Sun Wukong is him Jones, so they stalemated for a while. So the Jade Emperor decided to appease him a bit and give him a better position, or at least a better sounding position, which was Guardian of the Immortal Peaches. Now this is going to sound like some One Piece shit because my boy Sun Wukong went on to eat some of the peaches. Now I know he ain't eat them all, but I know he ate enough to become 3 times immortal. But did he stop there? No. Because my boy is ignorant. My boy my boy went on to drink the elixirs of immortality too. And then and only then did he gain some sort of self-awareness and realize how bad he fucked up, because my boy fled back home to try to evade persecution. But that wasn't gonna stop nothing.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
The Jade Emperor sent all of heaven this time. Not some, not a part, not one guy. He sent everybody he could to go and capture Sun Wukong. They wasn't trying to politic with Sun Wukong at all. They tried to put him in a pot and drain all of that immortality out of him. But that didn't work. All it did was give him red eyes and piss him off, because when my boy jumped out the pot, he summoned the Susanoo, Maharaga, a couple Megazords, went Super Saiyan, and fused together. And I'm not even gonna lie, heaven was going through it, and like they was about to get a new ruler until Mr. I don't play that responsibility shit stepped in. My boy Buddha stepped up to the plate and challenged Sun Wukong to a game. And you know, Sun Wukong being a little bit immature couldn't turn down a game. So he asked him what was the challenge. And Buddha told him,
if you could jump out of my palm, I'll let you be the ruler of heaven, effectively taking over the Jade Emperor's position.
And Sun Wukong said, bet. did this little stretch and jumped as far as he could, getting outside of the planet, outside of the solar system, all the way out of what he thought was existence, damn near, till he seen the four pillars of existence. Stopped at it, signed his name, pissed on it. Yeah, some of these old stories, the wee bit immature. They like they fart and pee jokes. But nevertheless, Sun Wukong jumped back, looked Buddha in his face and said, "Ta-da!" And Buddha responded by showing him his hand and saying,
Little nigga, listen. I'm the Alpha and Omega. I'm the end all be all. You ever heard of that chicken and the hen story? I'm the chicken and the hen.
and then used that same finger to put Sun Wukong underneath a mountain for 500 years and seal him and told him, yo, listen,
One day, my homie, the Golden Scarab, is going to be reincarnated into the main character of the story, a monk named Terpataka. He's going to set you free, and your job is to more or less be his bodyguard as y'all go on a journey to my palace, come pick up some scrolls, and head back home. After that, I'll end your prison sentence, my boy.
and I'm not even gonna lie, being immortal gotta be crazy. A 500-year sentence is wild. Now that's gonna be the end of chapter 1 of Journey to the West, and that's gonna be the end of Sun Wukong being the main character of the Journey to the West. With the rest of the story centered around a monk named Terpataka, who's meant to go on a journey, and he's accompanied by Sun Wukong, a pig demon named Pigsy, a fish demon named Sandy. Yes, they gave him some goofy ass names. And the dragon that turns into the horse for transportation for Terpataka. And essentially, our heroes go on a journey, which unfolds like episodic television, monster of the week type of antics. And along the way, they get a lot of character development, learning a lot of lessons. You feel me? Sun Wukong goes from that brash, impulsive, rebellious, hard to coexist with kind of fella to the more of a relaxed monkey god of destruction who actually cares about his allies and cares about the safety and well-being of the people that he's around, which was a good character arc for him. I'm not even gonna lie. They was cooking up in the 1500s, and this story still holds up to this day. But with that being said, I think you got everything you need to know about Journey to the West. And now I can get on to the main point of this video. My 2 predictions on how the Black Myth story can play out. And so that I don't talk your head off any further, let's get right into it. So my first and favorite prediction is based off the evidence or lack of evidence in the trailer. Now you might be thinking, Rome, what do you mean? Well, Curious George, I mean the fact that we don't see none of the other characters from Journey to the West. Like, we don't see the monk Terpataka, we don't see the pig Pixie, we don't see the fish Sandy, we don't see none of them. So I don't think those characters is going to pop up at all in the story unless they've been hiding them on purpose, which means that this game is going to be way longer than I initially projected. Potentially 200 hours of story, something like that. Like, Journey to the West is long. Telling you. And as of right now, I don't see that happen. So I think this is going to be the story of him getting his first immortality, because we do see what could be the monk that taught him immortality, especially in the last trailer when they was in that ring of fire, sitting down having a conversation. That definitely could be the monk that taught him, and it's going to send him out in the open world to learn a few things, to gather a few things. You feel me? And for me, this scene coupled with the fact that he actually takes damage from creatures in the open world means that he might not be immortal yet, and at least room for him to actually grow a skill tree, learn some new skills along the way, so on and so forth. And that might be the perfect part of the story to actually make a game around, because everything else would mean he's going to go on a glorified escort mission, which could be ass. I'm not even going to lie. It could be good, but it could be ass. Every mission being an escort mission? Come on, son. And if this was the second, third, or fourth immortality, him being able to take damage from creatures in the world wouldn't even really make sense. Like, Sun Wukong is literally invincible after that. But that's just my first theory. My second theory revolves around the fact that this could be a unique retelling of the Journey to the West story, especially with the modern take for gameplay purposes, a little time travel shenanigans, because in the trailer, we do see a second Sun Wukong who looks like he might play an antagonistic role. So I don't know. There might be some weird time travel shenanigans going on, especially with the fact that we see what could be an old version of Sun Wukong, somebody that's at the end of his journey. He even has what looks like a human form, no more hair, prayer beads, and a monk robe on. And creatures in Chinese mythology do have the ability to revert back to human, either through shape-shifting or following in Buddhist teachings. And another red flag that lets me know that this could be a little bit of time travel shenanigans and a new take on the Journey to the West story is the fact that we see his crown. It's going to be a gear piece accessory in the game, and he doesn't get that crown until after he meets the monk Terpataka. So the fact that that's in the game and Terpataka might not be in the game means that this is a new, unique retelling. And I'm not even going to lie, I like that, because it leaves room for us to see characters that didn't get too much love in Journey to the West, like the other Demon Kings, the other gods, and the other 3 stone monkeys. Yes, Sun Wukong isn't the only sacred stone monkey. We have 3 more, and we might get more details about them in this game if we lucky. I don't know. That's just what I would like to see. You feel me? A little personal preference there, but that's just my 2 theories on how Black Myth Wukong's story could play out, especially since we got a lot of mystery here, a lot of questions and not enough answers. But if you like this style of content, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what your predictions are. Feel me? Leave that like, leave that share, subscribe to the channel, find me on TikTok because I'm making a whole bunch of shorts. Find me on Twitter and Facebook because I'm talking a whole bunch of shit. It's all TMAs roam me everywhere. I'm gonna leave the links in the comments down below, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.